Example number 3 of a speaking and writing assessment on Extempore is an in-class interpersonal/interpretive follow-up using level up words and phrases. Now, that's a mouthful, and I acknowledge that this already falls under the communicative tasks that I mentioned in the previous section, but I think it's worth mentioning given the variety of ways that you can use this in your class. Now, the way this works, in-class interpersonal or interpretive follow-up, you've already done an interpersonal task in your classroom during class, and it might be a survey. Say, for example, students are asking each other about their favorite foods. So they'd have a piece of paper that has students' names, it'd be a little chart, names, or the food that they like, and then the names in the other column, and then they can check off what the favorite foods are after they ask each other. So they're getting some repetition of what's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? And the student their classmates are responding with, my favorite food is, my favorite food is, my favorite food is. So it's easy repetition on that front. Now, the question though, and where this follow-up comes in, is what are they doing with that information once they've gotten it? So they have the information, what are they doing? Just writing sentences like, oh, Stevie's favorite food is this, Brenda's favorite food is this. Well, we want to take it a step further. What are they going to do with that information? That's what I've bolded and highlighted in this part of the blog right here. Now, what do these follow-ups look like on Extempore? Well, the thing is, I've already done a webinar on these before from our PD Extravaganza this past summer. Check that out if you have some time. But the idea is that you've taken the survey, you have the either interpersonal or interpretive activity that they just did, and then they're consulting that. They're consulting the information that they've gotten from that survey and then sharing it on Extempore. So the example that I highlighted in the blog is about the weekend, right? So finding out what people like to do on the weekends and then saying, okay, well, if these people like to do this on the weekend and I like to do this, well, I want to recommend to this friend that we should do this because of what I've already found out. Another example that I can show, talking about classes, right? So based on what you learned about classes, what students' favorite classes are, so-and-so likes this, so-and-so so-and-so said that this teacher is nice, this teacher is really difficult, this class has a lot of tests, so on and so forth. Using that information that you get, again, in an interpersonal task or interpretive, and then talking about it on Extempore, right? And so then finally, they can record, they can say their response, and say, hey, I'm not speaking Chinese here, but hey, Mark told me that Spanish class was really hard, but he also said that English class was really fun because Mrs. Wong is a great teacher, right? So there's my response. Right? So the idea, again, take what they learned in the interpersonal task that they did in class, use what they have on their little sheet or wherever they took notes and got that information and recorded that information, and then share that information on Extempore. Then finally, I added some little level up words here. So these are just some phrases that they can use that go across any type of content, whether it's classes, food, entertainment, recreation, anything like that, careers, they all work, right? I forgot to tell you is this first one. Second one is what I mean is. The third one is it seems like. And then the fourth one is this is why, right? All phrases that they can use regardless of the content area to better their response and just show their proficiency. So this is an example of a way that you can have students follow up on an interpersonal or interpretive assessment on Extempore.